True crime with Therefore site. World of YouTube. I literally forgot I had this. Of course, when the Delphi case was coming up with the CB codes, 101040, and all that, and I did a video of codes, right? Well, do you know what came up into a little awesome movie or TV movie show I like to call the one and only great detective from Scotland Yard, whether he's fictional or not. The great mighty Sherlock Holmes, people, yes. That is Sherlock Holmes to you. And he was going, I forgot what friggin', I gotta look back in on this, but I forgot what episode this was. And I'll tell you, as you can see here, you got a bunch of little stick figures. But supposedly these stick figures of what he was trying to explain in the movie revealed names. And it was very interesting because he had to skip 2 bodies over, I guess, to get an A, a B, you know. I don't know, I forget what damn name it was, but you know, that ain't even the point. The point of the matter is on how many codes are out there, whether it be Morse code, whether it be this code, whether it be CB codes, or right, police officer codes. This is, I mean, this one was just plain out flat blunt brilliant. And I want to say, I wish I could remember which one it came out of, but I've been watching a lot of these. I mean, they got the woman in green, they got Voice of Terror, which that wasn't in that one. That was all about a Nazi radio show. If you go look on YouTube, check out, right, you know, type in Sherlock Holmes, you're gonna get all the great movies, which I think was a brilliant actor to play for this was, what was his name? Damn it. I forget his name, but the one who played this one, to me, was the best one. Though, you know, he was the James Bond of Sherlock Holmes. Like, everybody has a favorite James Bond. I mean, when I started watching James Bond, I did see the ones with Sean Connery, but the ones that I more or less got into were the ones with Roger Moore. And, you know, even though Sean Connery, rest in peace, great actor, I just kind of like Roger Moore a little more than, you know, Sean. But don't get me wrong, you know, it was never nothing no better than Sean Connery. But other than that, this guy, what that's coming to my head, Roth. I forget his damn name. But to me, this guy here was probably one of the best. I have used things, you know, this is the one where I say, the one who played the movie and said to catch a killer, you got to think like a killer. There, my good man Watson. But yeah, it's just insane what they used to use for codes. And I think he decrypted like 3 names out of this and was able to write ingeniously capture, the person. They were in a friggin' like a fallout bunker in a basement somewhere, and the guy tied up Sherlock Holmes and thought he had him, but he's getting ready to kill him, but all his men broke in. It was just a masterpiece. All these are masterpiece, man. And but just seeing this and thinking of even also the Zodiac Killer, it's like, wow. Someone sat down and literally, made this stuff. And it's probably all meant right for war. So, you get over in them enemy lines, you can send out them codes, is right. All this stuff made for friggin' war. Because a lot of these films, man, mind you, was made during World War II. Or even World War I, because I remember seeing one made from 1935. It's like, damn, how ingenious this show or movie was. And back in the day, it was on for a friggin' hour. And then there was a new guy that stepped in. It was only half an hour. He comes up every now and then, but I watched one of them, and Rathbone, that's his name. I think it's Rathbone. I forget the first name, but Rathbone's the last. And yeah, it was just the other guy. He did his part, but I just can't watch him unless it's got this guy in it. And it's like, that's it. Because just the way he pronounces himself, just the way he messes with Mr. Watson too. I mean, he's always messing with him. Even faked his own death, and Watson was, oh dear, he's dead, oh my God. And then he comes out of nowhere dressed in a costume. Sorry, my good man, I had to trick you. It's like, But these, man, back in the time, was just pure geniusness. And to come out with this and, B-A-O, he's spelling out friggin' names. And I'm still looking in here, trying to figure out how you get a friggin' name out of this. But, whoops, hey, there's me. Yeah, it would be tough. Because, of course, when these were made, obviously you'd have to be right with that person to understand them, and he has to explain them to you as right. Other than that, I seen how he's counting off the thing. 1, 2, 3. You got here, we got the letter A. And then he's like, 1, 2, 3. Over here, we got the letter, the letter C. And he kept skipping the things. Came up with a full name. Second line, skipped the name. Come up with a name and say, what the fuck? It's like, how you get a name out of that, man? But just the times, and just to think that serial killers use this stuff. I mean, another thing, like I say, with the bridge guy murders and using police codes, right? That guy might have had a friggin' scanner. Walkie-talkie is right, scanner. And you can find all the codes. I put up a video of them all on like Wikipedia if you want to check them out. But that 1040 that was mentioned in the video was like for a cop to be on scene or something in them lines. So I mean, yeah, these codes, man, is like just insane. Just to think they've been around for a long time, probably even further back in time. But during this time, during the World War I, World War II, and Sherlock Holmes was a great investigator. from Scotland Yard. Not to be confused by Fat Chair Detective from Scotland Yard, folks. Please don't confuse them two, because Scotland Yard is better. Yeah, right. But anyways, in all seriousness, I had to show this anyways. If anybody want to check out the series, I think the whole full series is up on these movies. And I was at a flea market and I wasn't able to buy them. It pissed me off, but everyone I was watching was at the flea market. And I had no money to buy it, so I'm watching free on YouTube for now. Hopefully they're there next year at the Grafton Flea Market. Some great stuff out there. But it's the main thing of this, though. It's just insane to think serial killers also use codes, especially the Zodiac, the one most infamous son of a bitch that you could ever even imagine, using the Zodiac signs, using, cryptic messages. Just to think how many more killers throughout time have used them, just like this. Of course, everybody knows Hitler was... I'm about to wonder if he used this stuff too. Dirty, slimy rat bastard. But very interesting to see these old movies coming out with like modern times stuff. Way before the head of their time, man. Way before the head of their time. And we have involved in what is that word? Involved. No, not involved, but we have revolved into a more, smarter, somewhat smarter thing. But just to think this stuff existed back in the 30s and 40s, man. I don't care what anybody says. We have always had technology, but just not as much as what we have now. It wasn't all about computers back then. It was about brain wizardry. And it's insane to think, some people use it for dark matter. Which is another thing I cover. And that shit is just insanely bizarre. That is, and I have done some videos on that, but just to think that even exists. The dark matter. Way before our time. And it's just nothing more than, it is something more than just haunting to the brain. Very haunting. In my eyes, to think stuff like this existed. But I just wanted to share that because I was thinking of the codes and boy, I actually have to be going through my pictures now because Google's trying to say I'm friggin' overloaded on space. And now I gotta go through all my, 2,000 plus pictures and put them in another friggin', if I gotta put them in Dropbox for Christ's sakes. And erase them off photos. Now they're starting to charge me money, mind you. It's like, goddamn, fucking people make enough money over there. Google gets start charging me for pictures. Hey, and when I screenshot like this and save stuff like this, it sucks. So, like I say, folks, just think what's out there. Don't forget, the past always has something remarkable to remember. And that's what I like to do. Because remember, the past is where it all began. And then to fix the future, sometimes you gotta go back in the past. That's what I think. And stuff like this. And people out there like BG, Zodiac. It's a scary world, people. Gotta keep your head up. Keep your fist up. Yep. And beware. Till that next video. Oh, that's another thing I've been meaning to do too. Somebody had caught a subliminal message in the TV. And just like this here, and back in the radios, now that I remember, subliminal messages in your old radios when stuff would come on. Just to think, man, the future's already been here. Said, been there, done that, said this, said that. That's it. And someone had caught something while they were trying to take a selfie of themselves. I gotta look more into that, man. Is this bizarre stuff that exists like this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Tell you, folks, it's not about... Wait, where my thing go? Don't do this. Where my thing go? It's not about what all this crazy stuff is doing out there. It's about who made it and why. And who's gonna use it against us? Out.